Right now at noon, we're going to learn a little bit about Joplin's history and some of its buildings as designed by architect Austin Allen. Plus, the sun came out, the skies cleared, it's a pretty pleasant day. How long is this going to last? Well, we'll take a look at that forecast coming up. And a weekend house fire leap.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Thank you for joining us for the KOAM News at Noon. I'm Chris Warner. A Carl Junction family is displaced following a house fire. It happened just after 6 Saturday evening in the 5600 block of County Road 300. The house was severely damaged in the fire. 2 people were inside at the time of the fire. Both made it out uninjured. However, officials say pets did not make it out. The Red Cross assisted to help the displaced residents. And a Joplin man is seriously injured after crashing into a median barrier wall on North Main near the Zora exit. Second crash there within the last week. This one happened Thursday afternoon. Authorities say 29-year-old Gregory Garrett was driving south on Main when he hit the barrier. He was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. On Tuesday, an SUV crashed into that same median barrier before it spun off the right shoulder. And a cattle hauler overturned Saturday morning in Jasper County. It happened around 4:30 in the morning at the intersection of County Road 130 and Baseline Boulevard. The driver was not injured. There were around 85 head of cattle on board. They were offloaded onto numerous smaller trailers that were waiting. And the Newton County Sheriff's Office is warning residents about scam calls. They say that residents are receiving calls from someone claiming to be with Publishers Clearinghouse. The caller says the victim won a prize, but they must pay a fee via gift card. The Sheriff's Office says that Publishers Clearinghouse doesn't call ahead and does not require payment for you to get your prize. And we've had a relatively nice day out there so far. I know for some of us it's a little cool, but you know, the sunshine makes it feel warmer, makes it look a lot warmer. Look at the MoDOT camera, 20th and Rangeline in Joplin. Clear skies, plentiful sunshine out there. And our camera on top of the Cornell Complex, downtown Joplin. Still getting some wind gusts out there. Those can, of course, be reaching upwards of 20 miles an hour, but otherwise not too shabby. Yesterday, started the day at 32, right about where we should be. However, we did warm up a bit, 57, so 6 degrees above average out there, but again, not bad. And right now, we're on track for another pretty decent day, a little closer to average today. 48 in Joplin, 47 in Pittsburgh. And taking a look around, so we mentioned some lower 50s possible, absolutely happening. 51 Chanute, 52 Neodesha, Parsons, 50s, lots of those. Independence, Oswego, Miami, Welch, Veneta. You head out to the east, a little cooler, 46 Nevada, Lamar, 48 Carthage, Neosho, Anderson, 46 Neosho. We're going to have more on some rain chances that are on the way. And I'm not just talking about this evening, which, by the way, a couple of showers will be possible, but we have other rain chances on the way and a pretty big warm-up. And you, of course, can keep up with the latest weather right there by downloading the KOAM Skywatch weather app. It is free and available in your favorite app store. And we will update you live here in a few more minutes on that full forecast. Well, responsible for multiple entries in the National Register of Historic Places, architect Austin Allen has designed multiple buildings in the Joplin, Webb City, and Oronogo area. Historian Brad Belk shares Allen's story with attendees as they embark on the Austin Allen Building Tour. KOAM's Jasmine Knight has more.
Samuel Austin Allen, born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1880, quickly became known as the most distinguished architect during Joplin's first 50 years.
Well, these historic structures that he designed are, and which lived way beyond him, are significant because of their nature of what they did in our community. Their style, their architectural style is really fascinating. They're well put together buildings.
Within 14 years, he built many residential 4-room houses for people of moderate means. Most of these residents were modern bungalows featuring overhanging porches and roofs.
I'm going to kickstart this tour off and give them some highlights of Austin Allen's career, but primarily use some sources that where he explains what architecture means to him. And so, you know, it's always good to get that first-person perspective.
Some of the historic sites included on this tour includes the St. Peter's Apostle, the United Hebrew Temple, the Olivia Apartments, and the Newman Brothers building, which currently stands as Joplin City Hall.
Austin Allen's buildings are significant because many of them are on the National Register of Historic Places. And when you're on that list, that's a very, very small list. And so it's the nation's greatest buildings. And so he fits the bill in that respect.
Allen even built houses for some of Joplin's notable historic figures, such as Tom and Frank Lennon, Adam S. Scott, and the Pitcher family. Some of the buildings on this tour have been converted to serve new purposes, such as the building behind me. What used to be Joplin High School is now Joplin Schools Administration Building. Reporting in Joplin, Jasmine Knight, KOAM News.
The tour featured 18 sites. 15 were in Joplin, 2 in Webb City, and there's 1 in Oronogo. 10 of those sites showcase the interior and exterior of the building, while the others you can only view the exterior. Well, the Pittsburgh State Gorillas football program has announced a change in their head coach. Brian Wright is leaving the program and has accepted a new job at Northern Arizona University. The past 4 seasons, Coach Wright has led the Gorillas to a 33-8 record that includes coming off of back-to-back MIAA conference championships. Since Wright was hired, the Gorillas have also made 2 appearances in the NCAA Division II playoffs. Along with Coach Wright leaving the program, Pitt State announced their new head coach. Former defensive coordinator Tom Anthony became the 16th head coach in program history. Anthony originally came over from Western Illinois after the 2019 season to join Brian Wright's staff in 2022. Pitt State's defense under Tom Anthony led the MIAA in scoring, defense, total defense, and sacks. Coach Anthony took a year off of coaching this past season to pursue a separate profession outside of football, but after it's all said and done, Tom Anthony returns and he is your newest Pitt State head coach. So here's Anthony's first statement as Pitt State head coach, saying, quote, "I'm thrilled to be moving back to Gorilla Nation to lead this incredible program. Thank you to the administration and leadership for putting their trust in me, and thank you to Coach Wright for giving me my first opportunity here and his entire family, who will remain lifelong friends. Looking forward to getting back on the field with the players and back into the community." That's a look at today's top stories. A quick check of that forecast in our first 7 minutes. Coming up on the next. As the Israel-Hamas war continues, the war expands. We'll learn more about what Israeli forces are doing. And later, we're making a not fried chicken treat in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. I'll be right back. The Israeli military is expanding its hunt for Hamas, taking its ground offensive to every part of the Gaza Strip. It's ordering evacuations, but Palestinians say they're running out of places to go. A warning that some of the images may be difficult to watch. Here's CBS's Ian Lee.
As Israel expands the war in Gaza, so does the devastation and despair.
We're pursuing Hamas wherever Hamas is hiding, in the north and in the south.
But the people of Gaza are paying the price. Saeed Shaheta says he pulled his baby brother's lifeless body from the rubble. My brother's name was Mohammed, he says. He asks to say goodbye one last time. Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry now puts the death toll above 15,000. Israel's military continues to drop leaflets ordering residents to evacuate their homes.
In Gaza,
every day, Israel Defense Forces say they find more tunnels, claiming around 800 so far. With tensions mounting in the region, America's military is responding. Over the weekend, the USS Carney naval destroyer shot down drones fired at commercial ships in the Red Sea. Iran-backed Houthi rebels claimed responsibility. With the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas broken, more than 130 hostages remain in Gaza. 8 of them American, including 23-year-old Hirsch Goldberg Poland.
If Hirsch can hear this, just know we love you. Stay strong. Survive.
Pain on both sides of the border as the war rages with no end in sight. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
A group of Senate Democrats says without meaningful steps to protect civilians in Gaza, they will block U.S. military aid to Israel. And that could come up for a vote sometime this week. Still to come on the KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Looking for a holiday gift for that person who has everything? Here's an idea that you might want to consider.
And we've got ourselves a warm-up on the way. It may take a couple of days, but we'll have another look at that forecast plus some rain chances when the KOAM News at Noon returns. Welcome back to the KOAM News at Noon. So we've got a relatively decent day. We had a chilly start, very windy start this morning as well, and some clouds, and then they went away, and the sun showed up, and it's made it pretty pleasant. And of course, out west, it's a little warmer, and of course, out west, it's typically a little colder in the morning. It is the biggest temperature swings in our area. Now, this is not our current temperatures. This is the future track. This is 5 o'clock. Why are we showing you this? Well, because we have the chance late this evening, a brief window for a few isolated showers and possibly a rumble of thunder or two. More likely just some isolated showers. As you see, they start to roll in, and as they get into the area, here we are at midnight, they're really isolated out there, and shortly after midnight, they begin to fall apart. But we do have that window for at least a few isolated showers this evening. Let's take a look outside, and we are with the MoDOT camera at 20th and Range Line in Joplin. Plentiful cars on the roadway, heading to lunch, heading to do Christmas shopping and whatever else, but they're doing it with clear skies and sunglasses. Our camera on top of the Cornell Complex, downtown Joplin, still getting some northwest winds, gusting occasionally up to 20 miles an hour, but not quite like it was this morning where we were pushing 30. Unfortunately, those big wind gusts, they're going to make a return. And the KDOT camera, 69 East 520th Avenue, just south of Pittsburgh. Plentiful sunshine out there on the roadways, and it's shaking just a little bit in the wind. Way out in the horizon, still a couple of 3 clouds here or there, but otherwise, it's looking pretty good. We're sitting at 48 in Joplin, west breeze at 9, making it feel like 44, so it's not super warm, but it's also not super cold. 47 in Pittsburgh, west-northwest breeze at 5, makes it feel about a degree lower than that. And here's a look at temperatures around the region. Of course, Neodesha Parsons started the day around 28 degrees. There are now a couple of the warmer spots out there, 52 in Neodesha Parsons, as well as Nowata and Sedan. Yates Center a little cooler, 49, 48 in Fort Scott, 46 Nevada Lamar, 50 down in Chetopa, Miami, and 48 Neosho and Carthage. So out east where it was warmer this morning, it's now cooler this afternoon. We're looking at highs leveling out right in the low 50s, so that's right about where we should be out there. We'll have those occasional wind gusts out of the northwest at 20. We're going to go mostly cloudy late this evening and for a period overnight, and we could see a few of those showers before midnight. Lows, they're chilly, but right about where they should be, 36, a few degrees warmer. At west breeze kicks up, gusting upwards of 20. Clouds will start to clear a bit as we head into sunrise on our Tuesday. Temperatures Tuesday looking to be a little bit cooler. A little more upper 40s, a little less lower 50s. Not to say there won't be some, but we're looking at more upper 40s out there. Winds start picking up northwest 10 to 15, gusting to 25. And it's going to stay that way, but those winds are bringing in warmer weather for us. So cooler Tuesday, warmer Wednesday, low 60s Thursday, mid 60s on Friday, and then we start to see some rain chances come in. Now this system will kick our temperatures back down to about average. They don't cause us to plummet. They just put us back in our place. A few more showers on Saturday, low 50s, upper 40s for us on Sunday. We head into next week. We're looking pretty good. Get some sunshine in there. Temperatures start to climb again toward the middle of next week, just in time for the possibility of a few additional showers out there. So some much needed rain on the way. A brief warm up, only a couple of days out there. But if you don't have anything going on Thursday, hold on to your hat, get out there and enjoy that warmer weather. And we want you to take a look at this. If you're dreaming of winter snow, this video was taken in the state of Maine this morning. Parts of the state have got winter weather advisories as multiple inches of snow are expected. The winter weather there caused schools to close and caused widespread power outages. All right, stick around because we are making not fried chicken cheese balls in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Say that 3 times fast. We'll be right back. Or are you looking for a holiday gift for a person who has everything? There's an idea you might want to consider. Howard is in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with that.
Every year around the holidays, there are always a few kitchen appliances that make it on everyone's wish list. This year, one that's hugely popular is the air fryer. For those of you who aren't familiar with an air fryer, think of it as a compact tabletop oven with a fan that circulates hot air around the food. It's similar to a convection oven as it cooks about 25% faster than a conventional oven. And since the air circulates around the food, everything cooks evenly. When it comes to shopping for an air fryer, there are a few things to consider. First, what size should you get? The smaller ones are good for college students or couples, while the larger ones are big enough to roast a good-sized chicken, which makes them family-friendly. Next, should you get one with all sorts of bells and whistles, like preset controls and digital timers? Or will a basic control panel do the trick? Whichever model you choose, you're going to want a few good recipes to try in it. So how about starting with our not-fried chicken cheese balls? We've tested these in lots of different models, and boy, are they good. To get the recipe, simply visit our website. And yes, we also have the directions on how to cook these in your regular oven, too. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a tasty gift-giving way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Well, you can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. All you have to do is go to our website, and that's KOAMnewsnow.com. We'll be back after this, but first, here's a look at 4 state market prices. All right, we're not too bad today. Straight evening shower possible before midnight and after, say, 8 o'clock. A little cooler tomorrow. Winds picking up, though. Breezy through Thursday. Low 60s Thursday, mid 60s Friday. Some showers Friday and Saturday. Temperatures return to normal for Saturday and Sunday. So not too bad out there.
Yeah.
A bit breezy.
And before we move on, I'm going to say you are good at everything, my friend. You fill in on the anchor desk, you do the weather, you report for us. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
I just, try and make sure I contribute something. It's an excellent news team.
I don't know
here,
if there's anything you can't do, but we haven't found it yet.
I'm sure there's got to be something. And there's not much Dow can't do,
well,
including the KOAM News
I'll
at
tell
5.
you what's coming up at 5. Millions of families are decorating their homes with Christmas trees, holiday lights, festive candles, but some of those decorations can lead to a disaster. Plus, Southeast Kansas groups are working to make sure kids in the community have a Merry Christmas, and Newton County government showing appreciation for employees. Hope you'll join us. KOAM News at 5.
All right, Dow, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us at noon. We'll be back at 5.